Hello, let's get into it. If you want to create action scenes using Google Flow, Omni, Gemini, the whole Google Suite, this is something you need to take into account. So I'm Karla from the Casconal, the movie production team. We're working on our 3-minute trailer for the movie to participate in the Future Vision X Prize. And we are running towards the August 15 deadline. So this is Cala. This is our main character. This is a piece of advice. Use the character assets that Google Flow allows you to create. You create a character, put a name, choose their voice, the description, frontal and full body version of it. And just having this has been super helpful for us to create consistent presence of Cala in all the scenes. For today's video, I want to show you what happened when we wanted to create an action scene for the trailer. So our story is about Casconal, which is a beautiful, modern, abundant, technological coastal city in the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. This is the year 2050. We're in the future, seeing how this advanced city is a model for the world and it's also inspiring other cities around the world to also be model cities like Casconal, but someone is attacking Casconal. So our main character is in danger, someone wants to abduct her, and we want to create a sequence that shows that tension and that danger in which Cala is. Originally, the idea was to have Cala walking down a dark part of the festival grounds. The city is faltering somehow. The lights are going on and off. Something's happening. People are worried. They're not sure what's happening with Casconal and why it's failing somehow. So Cala is walking along in this dark part of the festival, and then a dark figure comes, approaches her, tries to abduct her. There's struggle, there's fight. That was our original idea. So this fight in this dark alley, we can only see Cala's bracelet, which is a key part of the story. And then I would try to start generating the shots based on these references. And we stumbled upon the problem that the Google Generative AI Prohibited Use Policy was blocking my prompts. And it's something that we wanted to show you, which is this one is super useful for you to know about this. I think it's good that Google and all the models have these policies to avoid the generation of imagery that is not related to child abuse, to violence, self-harm, non-consensual aggression, etc., etc. This is really important. In our case, for example, we have a teenager character, and sometimes when we want to create some shots with her, we need to be extra careful about the prompt because of these policies. I'm going to give you an example. We wanted to create a shot of Sana, which is the teenager doing this expression, right? Like her brain explodes because something was so awesome in Casconal. And she's like the biggest fan of Casconal technology. But the prompt was blocked many times because that expression, the explosion, the idea of an explosion near the head of a teenager that was not complying with the policies. So you need to work around it. Try to describe the action that is happening, the style, instead of the violence at the end. For example, try to say things like, I don't know, this is a stylized martial arts choreography in which the characters, or the cinematic action. It's a cinematic action sequence in which we see people moving and falling around, I don't know, jumping around, something like that. So describe that instead of there's violence, there's aggression, there's punching, right? Focus on the movement. I think that's key, the movement that you want to see. But this is a limitation that you need to work around with creativity. So in our case, what we did, so these were our initial references. And at the end, because we have also Sandra in our team, and she's a fantastic editor, we managed to create 3 little shots that kind of communicate the same without showing the violence or the struggle between the characters. So the first scene is just Cala walking through the festival grounds, and we see, this is the part, we see this dark person coming. And this is also important because no one in Casconal wears black. So we know the bad guys are the ones that are wearing black. They stand out as different from what everyone is wearing in the city. So Cala is this stranger is approaching Cala with a serious face, and then the next shot is Cala against the back, against the structure.
What do you want from me?
And we have her reaction to this stranger trying to do something to her. And then the next shot is this one, or a version of this, which is Casconal structures reacting to Cala's being in danger, into this stranger. The whole structure of Casconal is based, in the technology is based on mycelium, graphene, and other materials, innovative materials that are embedded in the structure, in the clothing. So Casconal has an incredible energy system that is kind of a mesh through the city, but it's also a defense mechanism for the city. In this case, it should have alerted Cala before that there was a stranger there. But because the city is under attack, because it's faltering, the energy is, I don't know, somehow not working properly, the alert system alerted her, but late. So that was the 3 shots that we created, and we managed to create some tension out of that without showing the explicit violence or explicit struggle, explicit fight. So those are my recommendations for you. Keep the prompts clear. Use Gemini to brainstorm how to better describe the action that you want to create for iteration. The prompt must be clear and must be direct. And try also how to communicate what you want to communicate with less imagery, with less showing. Let the people fill in the blanks. We know we didn't see the struggle, but we know something happened. Probably there was a struggle, there was fight, there was punching between Cala and this man, but we don't need to show that. So that was our adventure working around Google Generative AI Prohibited Use Policy. And to show you something funny, that was one attempt at Cala walking alone in the country, in the festival grounds, and her head just goes around and around like in the Exorcist. So if this solar punk positive vision of the world that we are building for Casconal for some reason doesn't work, maybe we have a shot at some terror, right? Okay, bye.